Hello, welcome back to Lorabo 2, Dagger of Amon-Ra. I am Ragnatz, and we're on Act 4. People are dying. Lots of people are dying. Let's see if Yvette's around.
My Ernie, he was a wonderful man. I really loved him.
Oh, sure you did. I know your type, Yvette. I know you didn't really love him.
But I did. Ernie was the first man I've ever really loved. I was even trying to find work for him so he could make the extra money.
Why did he need extra money? He had a good job here, didn't he?
It was the gambling. The ice pick. He killed my Ernie for the gambling debts.
Ernie wasn't killed with an ice pick.
No, the ice pick is the... how do you say it? The lone fish.
Lone fish? Oh, you mean ice pick is the name of a loan shark?
The ice pick is an evil man.
You're sure he's the one who killed Ernie?
My Ernie, he was worried about the ice pick. He told me about him this evening.
Very curious. I'm surprised you had time to see Ernie tonight.
Why is that?
Because you've been spending so much time with Mr. Dorian.
Oh, you mean the Steve? He is the attractive man, but we are only the friends, no? But my Ernie, what will I do without him?
I can see you're upset. I'll leave you alone.
Speaking of Steve.
Steve! Mr. Dorian.
Miss Bo.
Your voice is so weird.
Thank you for showing me your scars, Steve. They were very, very nice.
She's such a creeper.
Haven't seen you in a while, Mr. Dorian.
Well, women keep carrying me off.
Carrying you off?
Yeah. First, Miss Delacroix pulled me away from the party to show me the old Masters Gallery. Then there was Dr. Miklos. She's been pestering me about my scars ever since she found out I worked on the docks. Weird lady.
You don't seem too upset by all the attention.
Well, I would rather have spent the time with you.
I'd think a big, strong man like you would have been able to get away from them if you wanted to do so.
Well, I hate to be rude, and I did end up finding you here.
Have you heard about the murders?
Murders? Oh, I guess somebody did mention that.
You seem kind of distracted.
Yeah, well, I've got news for you, too. I think some of the paintings in the old Masters Gallery are forgeries. The paint is still wet on some of them.
Yes, well, I hardly think that...
That's not really news.
Oh, Steve, a terrible thing has happened. Ernie is dead.
Ernie?
Yes, my Ernie. What will I do? Oh, I need a big man to cry on. Please, come into my office.
Sorry, Miss Bo. The poor woman seems very upset. Maybe there's something I can do for her.
I can just guess what that is.
We can talk more later, okay?
We'll see about that.
Indeed, we'll see about that.
You hear muffled voices coming through the door to Yvette's office.
Yes, I know.
Ooh la la.
How does that feel?
It is magnifique. Mmm.
I'm not rubbing too hard, am I?
The harder the better, mon ami.
Well, we all get a little stiff now and then.
Ooh, and you are so good at working out the kinks. Mmm.
would you mind not moaning so loud? You might draw attention.
Oh, I cannot be helping it. You are so big and so strong. Mm.
Oh my.
Oh my. Oh my.
Oh, dear.
Miss Bow,
Sacre bleu.
I can explain this.
I bet you can, Mr. Dorian.
I'm just rubbing her neck.
Oui, and he does it so well.
I'll just leave you two alone.
Miss Bow, wait.
Let's go see if Wolf is in his room. Haha!
Achtung! This is not the public part of the museum. This area is verboten to you and all of your kind. Leave now before you force me to shoot you.
I want to ask you the questions!
He did not care for the museum. He wished he could keep his finds, but they belong to the Linedecker, and we intend to keep them. Do you understand me? He is a good man. He lets me do my job. I just hope he lets me take care of the Visiatis when they are finally discovered. They will wish they had never been born.
Dr. Carrington is doing all he can about the theft, then?
Of course he is! Just wait until I get my hands on them. I have the chance to perform my Heimlich death maneuver once more, if I'm lucky.
So, he doesn't know Carrington is dead, apparently.
He is a bumbling fool who does not care about this museum. I do not need his help. I do not need anyone's help, least of all yours.
I think he might need my help.
That irritating little civilian is better off kaput. He
Aw.
reminded me of a small, yappy dog, always trailing after the good Dr. Carrington. His name sounded German, but I think he was the imposter. I never trusted him, and he was probably an art thief anyway.
Actually, probably was.
I do not trust her. I do not trust you. I do not trust anyone.
This is the best conversation ever.
I do not trust him. I do not know why he's here. I think he is an art thief. They are everywhere. He works on the docks. He has red hair. He has no scars on his face. I do not trust him.
I do not trust him.
That is me, Phil Heimlich. Do you know how I got these scars on my face, Miss Bow?
No.
The little ones my father gave me, teaching me to do with the saber. The big ones I got at Heidelberg, dueling with my friends. How I miss them.
Your friend?
You rub salt in the fresh cuts to make them heal with the bigger scar. Did you know that?
No, I didn't, Mr. Heimlich. That's fascinating.
Best conversation.
Fräulein Delacroix is a charming young lady. She loves the museum, and she is a work of art herself. I admire women who take good care of their bodies as we military men do. He wanted the dagger all along. He probably stole it. I should kill him right now, but I have no evidence.
I should kill him right now.
Ernie was a decent man. And when I find the murdering coward who drowned him, they will be crushed in my powerful hands. I do not know him, but if I did, I would practice my Heimlich death maneuver on him. Criminals should not be allowed to live. They could all be at thieves.
And actually, he kind of was.
I live, breathe, eat, and sleep to defend this museum. It is my father and my child. I love it. Do not touch the exhibits!
I like this song. Sort of based off of Five Valkyries.
That is an Egyptian symbol, Miss Bo. Where did you see it? Have you been snooping around the museum? Have you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a reporter. My job is to snoop around.
I do not care what that English Dummkopf has written on his little notepad. If he had a good German memory, he would remember everything. I do not often consider such Buddhist things.
Mm-hmm.
I do not care about... The dagger is a priceless work of art, and I will get it back. I will get it back. Do you hear me?
Would you like it? I have it. I can give it to you right now.
There are many hairy creatures in this museum, Miss Bo, and I would suggest that you not pull out their hair. I would throw you out now if I could, you nosy American female.
Oh, please do. Be the safest thing to happen.
Where did you get that? That is a man's watch. I do not think you are a man, Miss Bo. Are you? Did you steal the watch? Answer me!
Oh no, I didn't steal it. I swear.
If I find out you did, you have had it, Fräulein Bo. I will not tolerate illegal acts in this museum.
Mr. Heimlich, how do you suppose the thieves got past you? Wasn't the dagger supposed to be heavily guarded?
Of course it was guarded. I have no idea how they got the dagger. They must have drugged me. They must have hypnotized me. They must have been ghosts.
Mr. Heimlich, are you all right?
That must be it. They were ghosts. I couldn't have possibly missed them. I couldn't have. I couldn't have.
Mr. Heimlich?
Oh, Mutter, I'm sorry I let you down. I'm sorry they got your paintings. Please try to paint again, wherever you are. Please.
I'm sorry if I upset you.
My Mutter, she was so heartbroken when her paintings were stolen from the museum in Germany. It was her first exhibition. She was so happy until...
Perhaps we should change the subject.
Subject? What subject? What are you talking about, you silly girl?
Oh, never mind.
Some cute little backstory there.
Do you know anything about Egyptology, Mr. Heimlich?
Only that I am sworn to protect everything in this museum. And I intend to do that. So don't get any funny ideas. That is Egyptian writing. If you want to know what it says, talk to Dr. Miklos.
So, about that gun up there. Alright, someone supposed to be somewhere at 3? I don't remember. Are they done yet? Uh-oh.
Red hairs. Feels like red hair. Feels like...
Well, am I gonna pick it up, put it in my purse? Guess not.
A close look seems to indicate that the red hairs belong to a human. It looks like a shred of clothing fabric. It looks like a piece of fabric torn from Yvette's dress, possibly in a moment of passion. You don't need it. Leave it here for the police. It's a petite woman's shoe. The backs of the high heels on this expensive woman's shoe are heavily scuffed. One of those new portable... The typewriter keys hold fingerprints that probably belong to Yvette.
Oh, that's not good. Either there's some crazy sex or some foul play. Either way, they're not good for... That's not good for me. That's new.
The subject of this sculpture looks curiously familiar. The sculpture gives off a strong smell of fresh plaster.
I remember there was that plaster thing downstairs. Can I break it? Oh dear.
Red hair. Definitely red hairs. Probably human. You pick it up and place it in your purse. There appears to be a fingerprint on one of the lenses of the bifocals, although you have no way to identify it. It's a pair of bifocal glasses clutched tightly in her fist. You
Have I seen
pick it
anyone
up
with
and place
bifocals?
it in your purse. There is plaster in all of the openings on Yvette's face. Mouth, nostrils, eyes, ears. She has several scratches on her face, as well as cuts on her lips. Yvette's face doesn't look as good in death as it did in life. Perhaps because her makeup is covered with plaster dust. The scarf around Yvette's neck looks suspiciously like the hosiery she was wearing on her legs earlier. The scarf around Yvette's neck feels silky where it's not covered with plaster. The scarf clearly isn't a scarf. It's the silk hosiery Yvette was wearing earlier in the evening. Her neck under the scarf shows red friction burns, as if she was strangled. This makes you wonder if she died during a passionate moment or had simply developed the habit of wearing silk hose around her neck. Nice weave in the hardened fabric of the dress. Yvette's dress doesn't look as good as it did earlier in the evening. It's Yvette's left hand. Looks aren't everything. Looks aren't... Yvette's hair, formerly full of bounce and shine, is now lifeless and dull. It could use a thorough washing with a good shampoo to get all the plaster dust out of it.
Yeesh. Okay, well. What's that?
A smelly old work boot.
Think
The work boot is size 12 triple E.
only one person I remember wearing work boots.
You pick it up and place it in your purse. The blood is red and almost dry. There seems to have been a struggle here. There are a few spots of blood on the floor.
Okay. She wants to see if those red hairs match. The ones that were in her hand and the ones that were on the desk. I don't know if I can tell, but I'm curious. Oh. Meanwhile. The snake is missing.
Countess, why are you tied up on my desk? Your face has certainly changed to an attractive pale color, my dear. You seem a little under the weather. Are you okay? Oh dear, you don't look well at all. O'Reilly! You want Mr. O'Reilly? Okay, just wait right here and I'll go get him.
Or is she saying that O'Reilly did it?
Hello, Miss Bo. Do you know where Mr. O'Reilly is?
Well, no, not exactly. I assume he's still in the museum.
Well, I'll find him. If you see him first, would you tell him that the Countess is dying on the desk in my office?
The Countess is dying? What's wrong with her?
Well, she's looking rather pale. Her eyes are glazed, and she's not breathing much. I'd guessed she'd been bitten by a snake.
By a snake?
Must you keep repeating everything I say? In any case, I've got to go now.
Okay. Well, if we're dealing with snakes, let's save the game. And maybe we should also slow the game down a little. Just in case it's going to move at normal speed, or at whatever speed I'm moving. Oh, so much slower. Oh, actually, I should. Damn it. Oh dear. Please, give me.
A full bottle of Dr. Moribund's guaranteed snake oil.
Let's try this out. Yeah. 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 Well, now that it's cornered.
While this is
Yeah. Don't get bitten, don't get bitten. Whew.
Oh!
a little bunch of grapes.
Oops.
A little bunch of grapes. Chilled. You remember something about grapes being found alongside the victims of Jack the Ripper. You pick it up and place it in your purse. The Countess is looking rather pale. She seems surprised that she died here on Olympia's desk.
Can I talk to her?
Silence alone is great. All else is weakness. Alfred de Vigny. Don't touch it. You don't know where it's been. Don't touch... It's the bound and dead body of the Countess Lavinia Waldorf Carlton.
Do I still have any of that snake oil? Just want to make sure.
A bottle of Dr. Moribund's guaranteed snake oil. It's 1 quarter full.
Alright, so that means I should be able to use that at least one more time. Because remember, there are cobras somewhere. Let's see. Oh.
The scent of the smelling salts is overpowering at this close range. You pick it up and place it in your purse.
Figures an old woman would have smelling salts.
Don't touch it. Her bloodshot eyes are open and staring into infinity. Her lips have a bluish tint. There are no signs of violence on or around her face or head. You detect a trickle of what could prove to be cobra venom. You deem it wise not to touch it when you remember that it's a neurotoxin that causes progressive paralysis leading to respiratory failure. That biology class was useful after all.
I'm happy that I was not bitten. So she was bitten and then tied up? Jeez, if O'Reilly killed her, he was not afraid of that snake. Aw, I can't save anymore. Act 5. Rex takes a bite out of crime.
So far so good. Keep it up.
I can't save. And there's someone coming. Run! That guy's running much faster than I am. Really? Came in thinking like a journalist, and he left with a skull full of mush. Where am I? When am I? So apparently slowing myself down did not slow him down. Alright, can I save after dealing with the snake? One, two, a three, a three. This is so weird because in most other Sierra games, changing the speed affects other things. Can I save in here? Yes, I can. I remember being able to save in that other room. Like, once everything else. Alright. So, I actually remembered that once you've that you end up getting chased. I remember it playing out slightly differently, but regardless, we'll deal with that next time. Till then, folks, toodaloo. I'm playing a game!